What's doing, guys? Back with the Fresh Vinyl Review, and I'm your host, Rich Iso, aka Mr. Fresh Vinyl. But you knew that already. Anyway, so what are we looking at here today? Ooh, it is the NECA, what do they call this thing? The 24-inch head-to-tail Godzilla 2014. Why? Well, it's 12 inches tall, people. Can we just call it the 12-inch tall Godzilla? Why do we gotta go head to tail? When did anybody really ever care about head to tail? No, we just want to know how tall it is. How tall it is a sense of scale. Anyway, enough about that, right? I had a cup of coffee. Thanks. Bam. Bow. Okay. So, Godzilla 2014 NECA. This was the second NECA Godzilla figure produced. And this one roars. So, let's hear it. Ooh, wasn't that great? Why does he sound like he's roaring from his butt? Is it bad gas? It's where the sound emitter is, okay? Big deal, not a big deal. Okay, so I'm not going to take my tail off. If you guys are watching this and you have the figure, you probably already know about getting the tail on. There were some collectors, I remember, when they got the figure, they would put the tail on, had some trouble putting it on, and then they go get it on, then they go hit the sound box, the button on the dorsal plate here to hit the sound, and no more roar. Why was that happening? Because people were putting on the tail, and they were practically crushing the sound box inside the figure, because the sound box is right in the tail base, right where you put the tail on. Because if I had the box, I could show you, but I don't have the box anymore. I got rid of that. But when you get the figure out of the box, the tail's not attached. You got to take the tail, shove it in, and then into the to the back of the figure here. And people were crushing the sound box. So what I recommend you doing, if you don't have the figure already, and if you're thinking about getting it, you get your hair dryer and you warm up both sections of the tail. That way they're a little bit softer and you're not forcing hard plastic on the hard plastic, because that's not fresh. You don't want to damage your figure, because it does sound pretty cool when it roars, right? I think that sounds pretty cool. This is the only figure I have that roars. So it's pretty neat. I dig it. Okay, let's talk about the rest of the figure. It's 12 inches tall. It's definitely in a size comparison with the X Plus 30 centimeter figure. We'll do a little comparison at the end. And the detail is pretty good. I really do. One thing I like about this figure is the paint job. There is a tints of blue over the charcoal brown / gray over the skin tone. So it's got a nice color base here of blues, which gives the figure some depth. You guys always hear me say something, say depth of the figure, because having just a flat paint job, it's kind of boring. It looks way toy-like when it's just a flat. So when you have like dry brushing and highlights on top of the base coat, it does give some sense of depth to the figure, okay? Now, other things about the figure is it has some points of articulation. Again, this is not SH Monster Arts. This is not like the 6-inch NECA line where there's more articulation there, but the arms move, the elbows at the joints, at the wrists, the legs, everything, the kneecaps. You can get him in almost a roaring position. The head moves, the neck moves, turn, twist, all that good stuff. The tail is up and down. Yay, up and down, whoop-de-doo. Nothing too really crazy about that. I usually try to get him in like the pose where he's roaring or whatnot, but it's pretty good, for what it is. There's just always one thing I never really liked about this design. The design itself is like this section here. It just looks really odd. But, it kind of makes him look like he's got a big fat ass. But, oh God, the American Godzilla's fat. Like the Heisei wasn't. Shut up, people. Ridiculous. So, this is the NECA 24-inch head to tail, whoop-de-doo. The dorsal plates are mostly rubbery plastic, vinyl, I don't know what the heck they are, but at the tips you could bend them so that way if you decide to hit your kid brother with it, you cause 95% damage to the skin, probably scratches and some blood bleeding and whatnot, but they're soft, so it's not as bad as 100% damage of getting beaten, so you want to be careful with that. Ooh, and if you do decide to beat your kid brother when you hit him, it will roar. So it's like a win-win. Ha! Don't beat up your kid brother. Okay? Well, maybe he needs it. Well, I always got to beat up my brother, Matt, you dick. Anyway, so that's it. That's the figure. I don't have the box. What else can I say about it? The figure's nice. Izzy Zambrano, man, you've been asking me to do this figure for a while, and here it is. So I'm hoping I'm doing you justice here, with this review. I'm just trying to go through it and without wasting any time or lollygagging. I'm sitting here touching it because I had a cup of coffee, Probably stop touching the damn thing. But it's pretty cool. I dig it. I was starting to think about selling it because I have the 230 centimeters. Oh, hold on. Let's get that. Let's get one of the 30 centimeters. Wait here. Okay, what we have here, we have the standard X Plus 30 centimeter Godzilla 2014. So I will say, yeah, they stand about the same height, but for scaling purposes, and as a sense of the scale of this one, this is a little bit smaller. Yeah, they look like they're the same height, but he's not as massive. The mass of the figure here in the stomach and then the chest and everything and the legs, it's a little bit smaller, just a teeny bit. But, it's not much. I mean, really, you got to have to sit here and look at them, again, like this side by side to see the differences. But other than that, they look pretty good in scale. So that's NECA and X Plus, okay? Out of the way. This is a NECA review. But that's it. That's all I got. I really dig the roar, and the figure's pretty nice. So, check it out if you like it. And that's all I got to say about that. Make sure you check out Fresh Vinyl HQ. Hit me up on the Twitter. Hit me up on the Instagram, at Mr. Fresh Vinyl. Leave me messages. Tell me I'm an idiot. Tell me this, that, the other thing. I don't care. You don't like me, too bad. Tough noogies. And check me out on the next Fresh Vinyl review. Bam! I'll see you guys next time. And remember, buy vinyl, fresh vinyl, and NECAs too if you like them, of course. Okay, you know what I mean. Bye now.